Welcome to Chicago Bears 360, keeping it a buck with Coach T.
Contra.
Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence. On the road to them Benjis, I fill my teeth with diamonds. I'm high as fuck in the sky, you would've thought I'm pilot. I'm from Chicago, it get ugly, fill the streets with violence. Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence.
Past, present, future. We bear down.
Welcome back, Bears gang. It's your boy, Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. Thought I'd look at some of the film from this week and highlight some of Justin's throws and dynamic plays versus the San Francisco 49ers. Here, we're just going to jump straight into it. We're seeing improvement, I think, particularly in the area of the offensive line play. I think the staff has a beat on who can block well one-on-one versus who might need help. A lot has been made about Larry Borom starting his first game coming off injury. But if I look at the tape, I noticed the Bears knew automatically that they were going to start out with helping Larry to his side with some help from the tight end. So I know Cole has been, the fan base has been hard on Cole, but, Cole's making up for, whatever he's lacking as a pass catcher by helping out with the protection. And in this play right here, you see San Francisco actually sends an additional body. This is not just on the staff, but this is also Justin knowing what the protection is, knowing what kind of time he's going to have. And as you can see already, this is a long developing route, and it's going to take some time for this to develop. So he's going to need that extra time to get this pass off. So this is five-man protection with a little bit of chip coming off the left side, but you see Justin standing tall our way. Again, we're just taking a look at dynamic plays. One of our staples is 12 personnel. We're going to go 2 tight end sets, and we're going to put a body on a body and go strong side and weak side zone. And the fact that teams know this is coming, the fact that teams know that we're a top 10 ranked running offense. Again, a lot is made about our offensive line, but I think not enough emphasis is placed on the fact that these guys are legit in the run game. And even when teams know that we're going to run it this way, they just simply can't stop it. And then the fact that Khalil Herbert has the vision and the eyes that he does, he makes it even better. And I'm going to tell you something. Whoever thought it was an idea to start Damian Williams over Khalil Herbert, I don't know what you're smoking. Can't blame Nagy. He was at home. But still, I'm not going to even go down that path. But look, this guy just has vision. And, no, I don't want to trade Demo. I want Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery in the same backfield at the same time, because if teams can't stop this offensive line, right, with one back, imagine if we had 2 back, a 2-headed monster coming out of backfield, punishing defenses. And this is an example of what I'm talking about on the last play. If we take a look at it, we actually count bodies down in the box. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, that's 8 defenders in the box. The box is stacked. They know that we're going to go with this kind of zone scheme or split zone scheme. And again, the fact that they know they stack the box with those numbers, and they know it, and they still can't stop it, is a testament of this offensive line's performance in the run game. And it's just, it's just good to see, man. Even though we don't run power concepts, we still can dominate games on the ground. And again, to have a back like Khalil that has the vision that he does, doesn't hurt, right? Here it's amazing to see, man. We just get a hat on the hat, even with 8 in the box, right? And what happens is this motion helps. It helps move. Now, Building on what we're doing in the run game, what we should be able to then do is take advantage of defenses having 8 men in the box, right? They got 8 men in the box. It limits the types of coverage they're gonna have, right? Yes, they could float a man back, like float a defender back or float a safety back to a too high look. But more than likely, if we're running the ball successfully, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna stay in this single high look, right? And then they're gonna play these corners right here in either man coverage or cover 3, which is dividing the field in thirds, right? So how do you take advantage of dividing the field in thirds? What you usually do, or what you can do, is flood one side of the field with multiple receivers, right? Because the field is divided into thirds back here. That means this guy has the middle third, this guy has this deep third. Then you can begin to work underneath the zones until they bite up, right? When they bite up, when the defense bites up, then you can try to go over the top. So that's kind of how you set them up. But we're gonna clear this up, let the play out and see what we does here. So they're working the flats right here. So this is what we call a flat concept, right? This is a basic concept, a flat concept, and it's meant to do exactly what we did right here, right? You have A-Rob occupying these guys right here, right? And then you're gonna basically, they're just basically running this guy off, running this guy into his deep third responsibility, and then they're gonna get Darnell Mooney out in the flat. So the Bears know exactly what they have right here, and they basically are calling the defensive coordinator out right here. And this is a great sign. So if we undo this, clear it out, and let it run through, this is perfectly recognized, perfectly executed, thrown with confidence. This makes us feel good because we're basically dictating to defenses what we want to do to them, and we're following through and execute. Again, building off of that 12 personnel look, right? So we can see right here, similar to our run formations. And what I like to say is make everything look the same, but have 1,000 different outcomes, right? So building off of that 12 personnel look, making it look like we're going to go a strong side or weak side zone, right? But then having 1,000 different outcomes off of that. And what I like here is the delayed release on behalf of Cole Kmet, right? Releasing him into the formation after he checks with, helps with the blocking, right? So we're running the same motions like it's a split zone scheme, similar to what we always do. But now we're getting depth and we're having guys clear out. And now you have Cole coming underneath on the delayed release, kind of as a check down receiver after everybody clears out. And look at this game. Because what nobody tells you is, sometimes coordinators, they basically grow their offense as the season goes, depending on what their offense is capable of doing. So, man, listen, I'm willing to be wrong just as much as anybody. I did not see this coming to this game, but you can understand my trepidation. We have a rookie 5th-round offensive tackle coming back off of injury. And he's going up against Joey Bosa. And I just want to highlight the big fella, Larry Borom, right here. Look at this. Man, he kick steps. He gets depth in his kick, right, to take care of the push. Keeps his body wide and parallel to the defender, right? And he's patient, right? He doesn't shoot his hands too early. He's patient, waits until he's able to get Joey into that proximity where he basically can overwhelm him, right, with his size. And he just gobbles him up, right? This guy on this side is a superstar, Joey Bosa, not to be taken lightly, man. So the other thing I want to highlight here is we're getting better at 5-man protection, which only bodes well to the success of the team over long term, because a lot of Nagy's Coach Nagy's passing concepts call for 5-man protection with longer routes. And what I mean by that is a lot of our passing routes, normally we can't hold 5-man protection and get routes that go down the field beyond, say, 5 yards, right? But I want you to pay attention to how far these routes are with this 5-man protection. And this is an improvement, right? So we're on the, 34 yard line going in. That's 5 yards right there, right? And again, before, this would have been a sack. 3 games ago, already this is a sack. Already. But I think everybody's starting to settle in. You even see Jason Peters on this left side go instead. He steps forward in an attack mode, right? Instead of kick stepping and getting back, he knows that he has help and Cole releasing on his side. So instead of him going into a kick, he knows the outside linebacker is going to release in, and he smartly steps inside and attacks him and stalemates him. Boom, right? You got Peters over here kicking tail, and then you got Bosa over here, and then you have Sam Mustipher holding his own in the middle, not getting pushed back. Him and Cody White here. Actually, that's Cody, right? You see Sam in here hand fighting, right? But flowing. These guys are getting better, man. And so these wide receivers are able to get down the field. Like we got 5-man releasing this route right here. We got 5 wide receivers. And again, it's about the numbers game, right? So if we're able to block with 5 here, right? And they got a 4-man rush, right? They got a 4-man rush. It's about a numbers game. We're able to get 5 out versus 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They probably in a too high look. We have to do this so we can get the numbers out in the routes so we can have a better chance of success. So if we're able to block with 5-man protection, then we're able to have better success. So shout out to the offensive line for getting it done. I'll let this play out. All right, remember I said earlier, when we continue to run the ball the way we do, it's going to cause us to be able to have success with certain things because we force the defense in a certain type of coverage. Here you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the box. They're definitely in single high safety, right? So if I were to guess, if I'm Justin and I'm guessing, I'm looking at this, I'm like single high safety. They're either in man-to-man, they're in cover 3, right? But if I'm checking the leverage of the cornerbacks, which is my second read, I'm like, oh, let's see. No way really they're cover 3 because, you know, they're just playing up too close, right? Their depth is telling me I'm guessing man in this situation, right? But again, our offense looks the same. So we look like we're in a potential running formation. We could still go strong side zone. And what I love here is Justin is under center because he's under center. And because he's under center, he's a threat to the line of scrimmage, right? These guys back here, these linebackers and these guys right here, because we're a running team, they're going to be more attentive to the line of scrimmage because he's under center and we've had success running the ball. Our greatest success, in my opinion, is going to come with us under center rather than us being in shotgun, right? So you see here, we still give, now we give the motion. We give the strong side zone motion and come back off play action. And you see right here, we're in man-to-man. They're running, right? They're running. My man slips and falls. That's on Jesse James. He gets tripped up by his own player. And you can see right here, he just gets open in the flat. And again, I believe Jesse had a great game. If we can continue to do these type things, and again, I talked about this, flood concepts versus man or cover 3, we're going to win every time. I'm expecting us to win every time here. But we get the actual play from the backside. Jesse's man trips on his own man's foot. He glides open. And then Justin's poised to just be able to sit back here, wait on him to come open, floating backwards and deliver a straight dot. Let's see it play out from the beginning. And again, everybody's going to talk about, the rookie starting at left tackle and what we're doing. But again, this is just schemed correctly, man. You got Jesse James here with a chip block coming off the right side where Larry Borum is to help him out, right? Knowing they got a 5th round rookie left tackle coming off injury, and he just comes off the ball and stalemates Joey Bosa right there. He just eating his lunch right there. He's showing them, hey, I bench press too. Look, now Larry can sit back and get the secondary, right? He can get the sloppy seconds coming off this pass concept. And again, the numbers in the protection scheme allow for us to run these deeper down the field concept. We have to have bodies kept back in here, chipping and whatnot, to help for those deeper concepts. So, Jesse comes off the ball, eats his lunch. Now he's like, all right, I'm gonna go get in the pass concept. Meanwhile, Darnell Mooney's already 15 yards, 20 yards downfield. This has got to be the longest dig I've seen us run all year long, longest curl, comeback, whatever you want to call it. I just love it, man. Listen, man, I've been calling for this for 5 weeks now. I don't know where it's been in the playbook, but the only way to actually run a zone read is to actually run a zone read. Not to be confused with the read option. If you say read option, do Coach T a favor. Stop it, because read option is redundant. It's the zone read. That's the blocking scheme, zone, and then the assignment, read. Read that guy, right? Zone, we're gonna run the zone read, not the read option. If you call it the read option, I'm gonna look at you cross-eyed. We're running the zone, which is the blocking scheme, right? That's the blocking scheme. Everybody stepping the zone side, right? Strong side zone. The quarterback eyes are here on Joey Bosa. He's reading that zone read. If it was read option, then he would read, and options kind of backwards, right? So I know a pet peeve of mine, no anal retentive, but I think about blocking before I think about quarterback motions and wide receiver routes. So anyway, love to see it. Either way, success. And again, we can't do this unless we have both options, meaning the option to give and or the option to keep. Justin fakes out the cameraman on this play because they're not used to us keeping it. We all think Ryan Nall is getting more right here and stop it all season. And I've been calling for it all season. Where's it been, coach? Let him run a true zone read, come back. And if they move, because what's going to happen is the defense, if you run it true to its concept, the defense is going to move a safety down into the box and flood the box. Now you can go RPO, which is the counter to the zone read and zone read keep. But I'm off my soapbox. There you go.
Past, present, future. We bear down.